Hi all, welcome to Itafy. You may have seen the Salman Khan photo, which went viral last year, where the mainstream media outlets and all Salman fans went gaga over the amount of hard work that he had put up to do some farming. Other half of the social media mocked him and flooded with plethora of memes and trolls on the topic. What Salman does during his personal time is his own personal prerogative. But a person who seems to be so fond of farming never bothered to act in a movie as a farmer or take up the subject that talk about the issues that farmers face. One may argue that Salman is a commercial hero type and he doesn't have to do these kind of roles. But the fact is, no mainstream actor in Bollywood has wanted or will play the role of a farmer or be part of the cinema that showcases the agrarian society in India that comprises of 53% of our entire population. Before delving deep into the subject at hand, let me run you through some statistics about agriculture in India. The largest employment sector in India throughout history has been in agriculture. The percentage of people dependent on agriculture is slowly decreasing as more and more people find it easy to make a livelihood in cities and towns where there are enough employment opportunities and better education facilities for their children. The statistics shown below is staggering. Between 1991 and 2018, while the employment levels in the field of agriculture has fallen from 63 to 44%, the GDP levels have fallen drastically from 27.3 to 14.5%. When you combine these two charts, you can infer that 53% of population in India generate a mere 14.5% of GDP, and that speaks volumes about the income disparity between those who depend on agriculture versus those who are in service sectors or other industries. Coming back to the subject at hand, in Bollywood there were some extraordinary movies made back in the days. Mother India is a 1957 Indian epic drama film directed by Mehboob Khan and starring Nargis, Sunil Dutt, Rajendra Kumar and Rajkumar. It is a story of poverty-stricken village woman named Radha, played by Nargis, who in the absence of her husband struggles to raise her sons and survive against the cunning moneylender amidst many troubles. Mother India metaphorically represented India as a nation in the aftermath of independence and alluded to a strong sense of nationalism and nation building. It was also nominated for Academy Award for Best International Feature Film back in the days, becoming the first Indian film to be ever nominated. And we didn't have many after that too. Manthan is a 1976 Hindi film directed by Shyam Benegal, inspired by the pioneering milk cooperative movement by Varghese Kurian. It is set amidst the backdrop of white revolution in India. Aside from the great measurable success that this project was, it also demonstrated the power of collective might. It was entirely crowdfunded by 500,000 farmers who donated rupees 2 each. This movie is a great watch with lots of good performances. Check it out when you get a chance. Few more sensible movies like Peepli Live, Kadvi Hawa, Moti Baag and Upkar were made over the time, depicting the life of farmers. One thing that blows my mind is that for a nation that is 53% population depending on agriculture, Bollywood mainstream actors of past 30 years never bothered to either enact a farmer nor act in movies that has some strong message about the plight of farmers in the country. One may argue that there is Lagan that has Amir Khan playing a farmer, but this was a fictional account of farmers of many villages who came together to beat the Brits at their own game of cricket. You can find a plethora of movies where the lead character is a good-for-nothing ladla of a rich dad, a cop, a businessman, an underworld kingpin, or even a ghost, but never a farmer. In fact, in the video I made a while back, I had discussed the way Bollywood picked categories. You can find many movies made even on India-Pakistan sentiments, but not a single mainstream movie where the lead character or actor has anything to do with the agriculture or farming. I wonder why this would be. Is it not fashionable to play farmer? I would have expected at least Amir Khan, Ajay Devgan or Akshay Kumar to take up such roles and wonder if they would ever do it. Are they worried about the political repercussions caused by any strong message that such movies would evoke? I was intrigued to learn that there is a national award category for best agriculture film, and if you win it, it pays you around 50,000 rupees. And none of these movies are backed by any major production houses, obviously. Some of them are even English documentaries made by Indian directors who were passionate enough to showcase the real issues faced by farmers. Before I switch gears to South Cinema, please go ahead and smash the like plus subscribe button if you want to support my channel. Be it commercial or critically acclaimed, I think South Cinema has always wanted to cater to the respective states first before venturing out to other regions. I'm not saying here that in the South the mainstream cinema is perfectly portraying the life of a farmer and the actual problems they're facing. At the end of the day, these movies are commercial entertainers and they would make the lead character be a farmer and walk him through the various personal and political turmoils, either due to the land grabbing mafia or exploring the conspiracy of the industrial world and the politicians, keeping the farmers poor for their own good. These movies may have songs, melodrama, fights, as the intention is not to make a documentary type movie. With Malayalam cinema, the Blessy directed Palanga tells a story of industrious farmer Monichan, played by Mammootty and his family, which consists of his wife and his daughters. He is happy with his life as a farmer and loves his family, his profession, nature, and the people around him. The family succumbs to the temptations of a modern lifestyle and gets down to making money. The movie realistically depicts how the craze for modernity and consumerism affects family values. Ividam Swargamana, starring Mohanlal and directed by Roshan Andrews, is a simple yet beautiful story of hard-working farmer known as Matthews and his fight against the land mafia which tries to take over his farmland. As most movies in Malayalam are generally rooted in small towns or villages, it is quite usual to see many directors touch the topic of agriculture casually. The greenery in Kerala gives plenty of opportunities to write scripts where the lead characters are shown growing their own little farm in their front yard or backyard. Talking about Tamil cinema, I must say that there are plenty of mainstream movies that do have lead actors play the role of farmers. Nandagopal and Kumaran stars Surya, who has completed M.Tech and PhD and doing organic farming for his living and does social work without any returns. Leaving the corporate job, living a happy life with his parents and his wife Sai Pallavi, eventually he gets lured into politics, and what happens in the political world is what follows in the movie. Kadaikutti Singam, starring Karthi, was a festive release where he plays the role of a farmer. He is family-loving guy in a small town devoting himself to keeping his large family together. Whether he succeeds in it or not is what follows. The best one in recent times was Merku Todarchi Malai, where Rangaswamy, a laborer living on a border of Kerala and Tamil Nadu, just like his fellow sons of soils, toils. He is hardworking at the spice plantations owned by landlords. Whilst Rangaswamy is content with his life, he yearns to own a piece of land and earn a living by farming. The struggles he faces to achieve his dreams is what follows. Switching gears to Kannada cinema, the 1972 movie Bangarada Manusha, which translates to Golden Man, was a milestone for Kannada cinema. Rajkumar acts as a young man who comes to a village to visit his sister only to find that his brother-in-law has died and his family is in financial trouble. He decides to stay and help them out. Bangarada Manusha had a tremendous impact on the moviegoers back in the days. This inspired the moviegoers to such extent that some city youth left their jobs and came back to their respective villages and took to agriculture full time. Switching to Telugu cinema, Mahesh Babu's Maharishi was another movie where he repeated the template of a rich guy becoming a champion for masses. In this movie, he chose the farmers, suicides, and land grabbing issues as the main theme. Obviously, as in any commercial movies, this movie had everything that Mahesh Babu fans would like to witness, but the makers did their level best to convey the message in a hard hitting manner. There are some movies that induce the farmer issues in commercial entertainers. For instance, even though a Tamil movie like Kathi was a commercial potboiler, the core message that invoked necessary emotion in the audience was the issue of farmers committing suicide due to corporate encroachment. This movie was also remade in Telugu as Kaidi number 150 and received equal acceptance among the audience. Friends, as I end this video, the recent protests happening in Delhi region was a stark reminder to urban India about how ignorant we are about day-to-day issues faced by farmers. There may have been political twists and turns during this process, but at the end of the day, for me personally, it took a while to get some understanding of what are the positive and negatives of these farm bills. Our cinema, specifically Bollywood, in the past 30 years had blatantly ignored the section of society as it was not a lucrative section of audience on whom their revenue depended on, or maybe fearing political repercussions. In the South, they are not making perfect movies touching the sensitive subject either, but at least the mainstream actors are not reluctant or find it unfashionable to take up such roles. I may have not touched on all good movies out there which are based on agriculture or farming, and would like your feedback on what you think about this topic. Talk to you all soon with another topic, friends. Take care and goodbye for now.